Best Nest, written and illustrated by P.D. Eastman. Mr. Bird was happy. He was so happy he had to sing. This was Mr. Bird's song. I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world, my nest is best. Then Mrs. Bird came out of the house. It's not the best nest, she said. I'm tired of this old place, said Mrs. Bird. I hate it. Let's look for a new place right now. So they left the old place to look for a new one. This place looks nice, said Mr. Bird. Let's move in here. But somebody else had already moved in. So they looked at another house. This one looks nice, said Mr. Bird, and there's nobody in it. You're wrong, said Mrs. Bird. This house belongs to a foot. So they went on looking. I like this one, said Mr. Bird. It has a pretty red flag on the roof. I've always wanted a house with the flag, said Mrs. Bird. Maybe this place will be all right. But it was not all right. I guess I made a mistake, said Mr. Bird. You make too many mistakes, said Mrs. Bird. I'm going to pick the next house. And here it is, right here. They flew in. They looked around. Isn't it too big? Asked Mr. Bird. I like this big place, said Mrs. Bird. This is the place to build our new nest. They went right to work. They needed many things to build their nest. First, they got some hay. They got some soda straws and broom straws. They got some sweater string. They got some stocking string and mattress stuffing. They got some horsehair. They got some man hair. Soon they had all the hay, all the straw, all the string, all the stuffing, all the horsehair, and all the man hair they could carry. They took it all back to their nest. Mr. and Mrs. Bird worked very hard. It took them the rest of the morning to finish their nest. This nest is really the best, said Mrs. Bird. I want to stay here forever. Mr. Bird was very happy too. He flew to the top of his house. He sang his song again. I love our house, I love our nest, in all the world, our nest is best. He was so busy singing, he didn't even see Mr. Parker coming. Every day at 12 o'clock, Mr. Parker came to the church. Mr. Parker came to pull a rope. The rope went up to the bird's new nest. The rope rang the big bell right under Mrs. Bird's nest. Bong, bong, bong. Mrs. Bird got out of there as fast as she could fly. When Mr. Bird came in, all he could see was a mess of hay and string and stuffing and horsehair and man hair and straws. Where was Mrs. Bird? I will look for her until I find her, said Mr. Bird. He looked high, he looked low, he looked everywhere for Mrs. Bird. He looked down into a chimney. but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. He looked down into a water barrel, but Mrs. Bird wasn't there. Then he saw a big fat cat. There was a big fat smile on the fat cat's face. There were some pretty brown feathers near the fat cat's mouth. Mr. Bird began to cry. "Oh dear," he cried, "this big fat cat has eaten Mrs. Bird." Mr. Bird flew off. "I'll never see Mrs. Bird again," he cried. It was getting dark. It began to rain. It rained harder and harder. Mr. Bird could not see where he was going. Crash! Mr. Bird bumped into something. It was his old house, that old house that Mrs. Bird hated. "I'll go inside," said Mr. Bird. "I'll rest here until the rain stops." Mr. Bird went in, and there was Mrs. Bird sitting there, singing, "I love my house, I love my nest, in all the world, this nest is best." "You here?" gasped Mr. Bird. "I thought you hated this old nest." Mrs. Bird smiled. "I used to hate it," she said, "but a mother bird can change her mind, you see. There's no nest like an old nest for a brand new bird." And when the egg popped open, the new bird thought so too. The end. Today we are going to be reading Go Dog Go by P.D. Eastman. Dog. Big dog. Little dog. Big dogs and little dogs. Black and white dogs. Hello.
Hello.
Do you like my hat?
I do not. Goodbye.
Goodbye. One little dog going in. 3 big dogs going out. A red dog on a blue tree. A blue dog on a red tree. A green dog on a yellow tree. Some big dogs and some little dogs going around in cars. A dog out of a car. 2 big dogs going up. 1 little dog going down. The green dog is up. The yellow dog is down. The blue dog is in. The red dog is out. 1 dog up on a house. 3 dogs down in the water. A green dog over a tree. A yellow dog under a tree. 2 dogs in the house on a boat in the water. A dog over the water. A dog under the water. Hello again.
Hello.
Do you like my hat?
I do not like it. Goodbye again.
Goodbye. The dogs are all going around and around and around. Go around again. The sun is up. The sun is yellow. The yellow sun is over the house. It is hot out here in the sun. It is not hot here under the house. Now it is night. 3 dogs at a party on a boat at night. Dogs at work, work dogs work. Dogs at play, play dogs play. Hello.
Hello.
Do you like my hat?
I do not like that hat. Goodbye again.
Goodbye. Dogs in cars again, going away fast. Look at those dogs go. Go, dogs, go. Stop, dogs, stop. The light is red now. Go, dogs, go. The light is green now. Two dogs at play. At play up on top. Go down, dogs. Do not play up there. Go down. Now it is night. Night is not a time for play. It is a time for sleep. The dogs go to sleep. They will sleep all night. Now it is day. The sun is up. Now is the time for all dogs to get up. Get up. It is day. Time to get going. Go, dogs, go. There they go. Look at those dogs go. Why are they going fast in those cars? What are they going to do? Where are those dogs going? Look where they are going. They are all going to that big tree over there. Now the cars stop. Now all the dogs get out. And now look where those dogs are going. To the tree, to the tree. Up the tree, up the tree. Up they go to the top of the tree. Why? Will they work there? Will they play there? What is up there on top of that tree? A dog party, a big dog party. Big dogs, little dogs, red dogs, blue dogs, yellow dogs, green dogs, black dogs, and white dogs are all at a dog party. What a dog party! Hello again. And now, do you like my hat?
I do. What a hat. I like it. I like that party hat. Goodbye.
Goodbye. The end. That is the end of the book. I hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. Bye.